I have a full-on conversation with them.
Okay.
So we talk like you and I are talking.
Do you hear them?
I can hear them. I know things. I feel things. I
Wow.
see things. I am not going to get in on the tasting thing. You
Oh
get my
no.
drift? Not going there with that.
Wow. Animals? They tell you what music they like? Wow. Oh my goodness. I wonder if my animals hate my music. I blast
Oh,
music all the time.
one of my bulldogs,
Mhm.
Briggs, he
Mhm.
says, I like her hippy dippy music, but I really like headbanging
Oh
music.
my goodness.
This week on the Beyond Numerology podcast, I'm sitting down with the amazing Kim Alexander, known for her unique ability to communicate with both animals and loved ones on the other side. Kim has known she was different since she was a little kid, feeling things before they happened and knowing things that she just couldn't explain. After a huge loss when she was just 13, she shut it all down. But as many of us know, these kinds of gifts don't stay quiet for long. Her mediumship abilities came back first, followed by psychic knowing and eventually full-on communication with animals as well. What I love about Kim is how real she is about her path. This isn't about labels or being special. It's about remembering, about learning to trust what comes through, and about being a bridge between the seen and the unseen. Whether that's loved ones in spirit or the animals walking beside us, Kim has the ability to bring through what you need to know at precisely the best time for you to know it. In this episode, we talk about animal communication, our loved ones on the other side showing up in unexpected moments, and we do live mini numerology readings with psychic and mediumship messages woven right in. There are emotional moments, a lot of laughter, and some seriously beautiful messages that came through. This episode feels like a real conversation you're sitting right inside of with us. It has the magic we always bring, and it offers that quiet reassurance that lands right where you need it. I know you're going to love this episode, so let's go beyond numerology. Welcome to Beyond Numerology. I'm Tammy Lopresti, the creator of Cosmic Ascended Numerology, a rare and super accurate way of decoding who you are and why you're here. If you're new around here, I'm so glad you found us. And if you've been in my world for a while, then you already know that I don't do numerology like everyone else. Think of this podcast as your weekly spiritual hangout, a place where we dive into your soul's plan, we uncover what you came here to learn, to understand, and to experience, and we help you to wake back up to the you that you came here to be. Every Friday night at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, we go live on Facebook. We do free mini readings, we have great conversations, and we share a little surprise wisdom from whoever's sitting in the spiritual guest seat that week. It's always fresh, always different, and always a good time. So whether you're tuning in live or catching the replay, welcome. I'm so happy you're here, and I have a feeling you're going to love it. Now let's go beyond numerology because your soul's plan starts right now.
But I want to introduce all of you to Kim Alexander. She is a psychic, a medium, a pet medium. Let's see, what are you? All those things.
All these labels. I'm just Kim.
I'm just Kim. I'm just here to hang out.
Yeah. Well, I'm an animal communicator.
That's the
Um,
one I couldn't remember. Okay.
yeah, it's so long. I wish I could figure out how to shorten it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do so psychic mediumship.
Mhm.
Um, I'm a healer. That's kind of I'm kind of still in the closet, but I guess I'm coming out of the closet with that
You're
now.
definitely not in the closet at all. I hate to tell you. Everyone knows who you are because when I posted you, a lot of people showed up in my inbox.
Uh, I love that. Yeah. yeah, that's, I mean,
So you communicate with animals on like in a mediumship way. Like you channel messages from them. Is that what you do? No.
so I have a full-on conversation with them.
Okay. Okay.
So we talk like you and I are talking.
Do you hear them?
I can hear them. I know things. I feel things. I
Wow.
see things. I am not going to get in on the tasting things, if you
Oh
get my
no,
drift.
that's gross, right?
Not going there with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
yeah, so it's basically our clear senses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is how we talk to the animals. You take yourself up to a super high theta state,
Yeah.
and it has, as I've dived deeper into it, it's very natural.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's just something that just
Yeah.
is me.
So is this something that you were born with, or is this something that you developed in time, or both? Like what happened?
So around 4 or 5 is when I started um kind of thinking something was different about me. But at that age, it's like, I just thought I was Wonder Woman. That's all. Cause, back in
Mhm.
the 70s, that's, and
We
the
were all
biology.
Wonder Woman at that. I was anyway, because I think we're around the same age.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And, just, I don't know, always a sensitive little kid,
mhm.
very aware of like everything around me.
Yeah.
And when I was about 13 years old, um, my parents were going through a really nasty divorce,
Mhm.
and I was laying in bed. At that time I was living with my mom and my grandma, so her mom,
Mhm.
and I was laying in bed at night before I would go to bed, and I'd be laying there going, oh my gosh, what if something happened to my mom? I would have to live with my dad. And I was a little bit afraid of my dad. He was kind of he was an alcoholic, but he was very Jekyll and Hyde. So he was a really good dad. But
Yeah.
when he drank too much, it could be very scary for me,
Mhm.
and for anybody.
Yeah.
And so this went on for about 3 or 4 nights. And then I went to my dad's house for the weekend, and I'm going to make a really long story really short.
Okay.
Um, and I had to be home by 8 o'clock that Sunday night. And when my dad was bringing me home, we came around the corner and there was a cop car sitting in front of the house. I started shaking.
Wow.
And obviously there's something not right. And so my dad gets out of the car with me, and we go up to the door. It's locked. There's only a porch light on. Cop comes around the front of the where we were at,
Mhm.
asking us if we live here, and he says there's been an accident.
Oh
And
God.
by this time I'm just like, I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And so he gave us a phone number to call. We had 2 different phone numbers, went over to our friend's house that was just right around the corner, our best friends. And my dad made the phone calls, and my mother and my grandmother were killed in a car accident.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, a medium has told me that that was my soul's way of preparing me
Of
for
course.
this.
Yeah.
And but as soon as that happened, I shut anything down. I was like, I don't ever want to know that kind of stuff again.
Yeah.
But of course, as time went on,
Mhm.
poking, like,
Mhm. Yeah. You can
hello.
hear no matter what. Yeah. Yeah.
And it wasn't until, so when that happened, I always had this feeling that I was going to see my mom again in this life.
Yeah.
Didn't know how. I didn't tell anyone because I was like, they're going to think I'm nuts.
Yeah.
And so it was about 28 years later, and I met a friend of a friend, and we just start talking, and I tell her the story of my mom, the entire story. And she looks
Yeah.
at me and goes, well, do you want to see your mom again?
Oh my goodness.
And
That's
I didn't tell her.
Yeah.
I was like, are you serious right now? And she
Yeah.
was a hypnotherapist, a spiritual hypnotherapist. And I
Yeah.
was like, yes, I do.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think a week or so later, she came over to my house, hypnotized me. I saw my mom in her world, and I saw her in it was either 2 or 3 lives that we had together.
Wow.
Every bit of, I wasn't healed instantly, but it
Mm-hmm.
completely changed me. And that was the moment that I dove in, jumped in, wanted to know everything there was. And
Yeah.
this friend, we ended up becoming really good friends. And she was kind of like, okay, like go here, go here, go here, and I just like dove into everything.
Wow.
Um, and then that was in 2013.
Okay.
So not too long ago. But
Yeah.
spirit
Yeah.
has a way of pushing me really fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, here we go. And by 2016, my little bulldog Ginger started getting sick.
Mm.
And I was kind of having those same feelings about her. Like, oh
Wow.
my gosh. And I was dreaming about her dying. And I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah.
not really like putting the two together.
Mm-hmm.
And so a different friend who was a medium, she's like, you should talk to an animal communicator. And I'm like, what? Animal communicator? What are you talking about? There's
Did
such
you know that? Yeah, I was gonna say, did you know that that was even a thing then? Yeah, I didn't know it was a thing until you actually, till
I was
right
like,
before you.
I would have spent all my money all the time on animal communicator.
Yeah, you're right.
so 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 I had this woman talk to Ginger,
Mm-hmm.
and there were things that there was no way she would know.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is like the coolest thing ever. Well, then like a couple of months later, Ginger started getting really sick. I might have my timeline off a little bit.
Okay.
Um, but so anyways, I ended up losing Ginger like a few months later after I had the first communication with her.
Yeah.
And this shook me to the core. It was like I lost my mom all over again. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And so I ended up having a communication done with her like really quickly after she had crossed.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing that Ginger said to me, because I was laying in bed while I was talking to the communicator, and I'm probably just like bawling or whatever it was I was doing. And she's saying, Ginger's telling me to get your ninny poop butt out of bed, or I don't know, something like that.
Oh my goodness.
And I started laughing, and I took those covers and I got up. I was like, I'm up, I'm done.
Wow. Wow.
And it was from that. Oh, and while all of this was happening, I found out that I was psychic.
Mm-hmm.
Or did I find out the mediumship first? I think the mediumship came first.
Wow. That's a
And
big jump, I feel like.
Yeah. And then it was
Mm-hmm.
that was crazy. And then the psychic came along with that.
Mm-hmm.
That took a little bit because I was like, eek,
Yeah.
I don't know, not sure about that one. And then so everything started like coming to the surface, and I'm like, well, if I can talk to, I call it dead people, if I can talk to spirits, why can't I talk to animals?
Yeah.
So I started looking for people, and I was like, just energetic matches, right? That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So I met a woman, went down to her house for a weekend thing, and I smoked cigarettes at the time. So I was standing outside, and she comes outside, and she was like, Kim, oh my God, you're amazing. And I was like, what? She's like, you're a natural at this. And I was like,
Wow.
no way. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was a huge compliment coming from her, and I was like, because I was new to everything, and it was really like just overwhelming.
Yeah.
And so I just kept running with everything.
Yeah.
And I practice.
Yeah.
And I bugged everybody.
Yeah. So okay, so I have a whole bunch of questions that kind of came up as we were going. Okay, so one, when you say that animals, that you hear them, okay, this was my thing that won't leave my head. When you say that you hear them, do they have like, do they feel like people? Like I don't know. Like before we got on here, I was telling you my dog Oliver feels like an old man. Okay. Does it feel like you're talking to like personalities? Like you can, that's crazy to me. Like, I mean, it's not, but it is. And like, are all their voices different and lower and higher and excited and not excited? Like, I mean, I guess that's normal, right? But does it, I mean, you never think about that though, So, wow. Okay, so I don't hear voices, which I'm happy about because I think that would scare or not scare me, but make me feel more crazy than I already feel. Um, so I feel things, I feel things so strongly it feels like I hear them, but I don't actually hear them. The most I hear, I mean, once in a while, if I'm in danger, I actually hear a voice, but that's really rare. But I do hear like a ringing, when I'm getting downloads and things like that. Anyway, that to me boggles my mind. And I've told my guides so many times, I'm like, just talk to me. Like I've told my ex actually, because he comes to me a lot. I'm like, just talk to me in your voice, in my ear, just talk to me because then we don't have this like communication barrier. Like why do we have to feel into it and figure it out? And maybe I'm right and maybe I'm wrong. And you have to send me 15 signs. Just talk to me. So I don't know how to make that happen. I don't know if I even want to make that happen, but
There you go.
but I do think it's cool. Do you hear people or animals trying to talk to you when you don't want them to be?
So I did have an experience in the chiropractor's office,
Mm-hmm.
and I forgot to bubble myself
Yeah.
before I went in there.
Yeah.
And
I've done.
yeah, and I was like, I was face down on the chiropractic table,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden I hear, "This is Granny," and I was like,
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, not now, Granny.
Kind of busy here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh
so
my goodness.
I called him Doc, the
Yeah.
chiropractor. So he walks in and he's all, I said, hey, he knew about me and like what I did and
That's
everything. And I
helpful.
was like, yeah. And I said, hey, Doc, do you have a grandma that goes by Granny? And he goes, no, why? Is there someone here?
That's cute. That's
And I
really
was like,
cute.
uh-huh. And I'm like, what's the front lady? What's her name out at the desk? I said, because I'm hearing Joe.
Mm.
And he said, her name's Joanne.
Oh my goodness. I love that. I love
Yeah.
when names come through and they're the right names. That's so cool.
Yeah. It's not, it's rare. I
Yeah.
don't always get names.
Yeah.
But I can I can describe like I can see the person. I'm like, all right, show me what you look like. Or a lot of it too, like with the animals, like one of the first things I start getting when we're coming to meet each other,
Yeah.
is their essence.
Mm.
So like who they are, why they're here.
Okay.
Some come in like super mellow, some
Mhm.
just come in like, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Or like so I create a little like a room in my third eye,
Yeah.
and I invite them into my room.
Mm.
And so sometimes they bolt right in, sometimes they're real slow, sometimes they're like, I don't know who you are.
Mm.
But one of the things is we always ask for permission first when we
Yeah.
want to talk with an
Yeah.
animal. Person, we also getting permission from a person.
Yeah.
from their person, excuse me. And sometimes they'll come and they'll sit in my lap. I've had one put his paws up and lick, my face.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, it like I've had ones that'll be up on a stage and they're wearing a clown outfit, or they got like a tuxedo and a top hat, and the people are like, "Oh my God, that sounds just like them," and and
That's funny. That's
yeah,
really funny. Yeah.
uh, but and yes, they all. I don't always hear their voice
Yeah.
like specifically,
Yeah.
unless it's like something that they want me to hear, or
Yeah. Yeah.
hard to explain.
Wow.
But yeah, it's crazy. Like they have music preferences.
Wow. Animals? Like they tell you what music they like? Wow. Oh my goodness. I wonder if my animals hate my music. I blast music all the time.
So my bulldog, one of my bulldogs, Briggs, he
Mm-hmm.
says, I like her hippy dippy music, but I really like headbanging music.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy. I'm telling you, you're making my head like blow. Like my head doesn't know how to contain all this because it doesn't make sense to me. I've never thought about animals this way. Like I know that they all have personalities. Clearly, they're so different and they're so, they're so themselves. But I never thought about like if you communicate with them, it's very much like a human. It really sounds like it really is. Yeah. Wow. Do you okay, I don't know if you know this, okay, but do you think that they hate the way that we keep them as pets? Like, do they like that? Do they hate that? Like, I would hate that.
Well, so animals come here.
Mm-hmm.
I like to say they come here they come here with a purpose, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and we have soul contracts with
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah.
So they come here to help us,
Mm-hmm.
like maybe to do some emotional healing.
Mm-hmm.
There could be some teaching, guiding, supporting. Um, it could be, like to, like, say you you get a divorce, and then you're like you have all these things that are going on, and you have this animal that walks you through all of this, and then after all this stuff they're gone, they die, they leave, and it's like they came here to support you. And oh, I'm getting chills.
Yeah, that
And
totally sounds. I mean, you could say that about so many animals throughout your life that they come for a time period and it's like at the right exact time, and then they leave your life somehow. Like maybe they move on to some other family or they move on completely. Yeah, that's interesting. Sorry, I never even said hi to everybody, so I'm so sorry, guys. I got really engrossed in listening to her like immediately, so I can't help it. So hi Shannon, hi Donna, hi Carrie, hi Karen, hi Suzanne, hi Lisa, hi Deirdre. I think I said that right. I'm happy that you made it. She's who I just gave a reading to a couple hours ago. Hi Shelly, hi Michelle, hi Donna. Hi, Erica. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of you guys here. Hi, Patrick. Hi, Ramos. And hi, Michelle again. I don't know if it's the same Michelle, but I think it's the same Michelle. And hi, Shelly. Shelly says, our dash hound, I don't know if I say that right, Lou went over the Rainbow Bridge in September of 23. My husband and I miss him so much. I would love to hear how he is doing. So we're doing something a little bit different tonight because we have the amazing Kim with us. And we're going to do some readings like we always do. We're going to do the numerology readings, but she's going to add a little twist to it by kind of like seeing if she can channel a message. Is that what you're going to do for each person that we do? So, yeah.
I'm up for you.
So if you channel a message or if you whatever, I don't know if I'm saying it right, like if that's what you do, if you channel a message or you get a message or whatever, now is that from a loved one on the other side? Is that from an animal on the other side? Is that from a current animal that's living? Or like how does that work? And do you know the difference when it happens?
Yeah. So if it's an animal, if somebody wants to specifically hear from an animal, I would need to know that.
Okay.
And I don't technically need anything, but a name would be good.
So would it be helpful if we say, put your numbers in if you want a reading, and then also put in a name? Should they say if it's an animal or a person? Would that be helpful? Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
put in a name and say animal or person. And then does it matter if they're living or not?
Yes.
Okay. Should they tell you that as well, like living or deceased?
And
Okay.
yeah, and the person should be on the other side.
Yeah. You're not going to want to channel messages from someone right here, probably.
No.
I mean, you might, but
Yeah, probably shouldn't.
There are ways to do that. Just call them.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say too that so how it works for me is, say you want to hear from your dad in spirit, but it's actually maybe a different, like somebody else that comes through. It's going to be a message that comes through for your highest good.
Mm-hmm.
So if a person doesn't come through, I apologize. It's because there might be a different message that's meant for you. So I just want to.
So do you also channel messages from spirit guides?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So put in your birthday.
Sometimes.
Go ahead. Sorry, I'm just typing a message so that I can put it on the screen so they know what to do.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry. I didn't sidetrack you.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I can feel the energy start building. My heart's pounding.
You can probably feel the people or animals coming in, right? That's what I usually feel.
It's getting hot in here.
Yeah. Okay, so put in your birthday for me, and then a name of someone you want to have a message from, and then if an animal, are they living or deceased? Is that right? Or deceased. I think that's right. Is that right? Or am I not right?
Animal living or deceased. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to share that message. So this is what you guys have to do. Okay. So put in your birthday, a name of someone you want to have a message from. If it's an animal, are they living or deceased? So put in those 3 things so that she knows. And then do you also do like open-ended questions? Like what I usually do when I go to any psychic is I say, just tell me what it is that I need to know. And is that okay too? Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect because like I said, if say you want to hear from your dad, but there might be, the message might not be from him, it just might be for your highest good. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, my phone's ringing. Okay, so Kim is gonna pick the numbers of everybody. And we do have one more thing. So sorry, let me think of how to say it right. So Kim is very, very generous, and she wants to offer a free reading to somebody who is live with us tonight. So what you should do is you should put in the word purple on the comments, and we are going to go through this thread later, and we're going to do like a spinner app thing to pick a winner. And then that person is going to be contacted for a free reading with Kim, right? Did I say all that right? Okay. So just
It's a,
sorry, go ahead.
it's a full session, so it's the
Yeah.
full shebang.
Yeah, so a full session, all you have to do is put in the word purple, and then you will be entered into the contest to win that later. Or I don't know if it's a contest, the giveaway, whatever, you know. So, yes, Michelle said, how generous. And I agree. When you said that you wanted to do that, I was like, yes, let's please do that, you know. And technically, whenever we end up looking at the whole thread, even if you weren't here live, like if you're catching the replay, if we see it before we do the spinner, then you'll get entered into it. So if you can't stay the whole time, it's okay. You might still get picked. So okay. So Kim is gonna pick the numbers for me. And you just pick someone randomly, and I'm going to write out their chart while you work on getting a message for them. And that's what we're going to do. So make sure you put in your numbers and the person you want to have a message from, and if it's an animal, if they're living or deceased, or say, tell me what it is I need to know. Okay. Sorry, a lot of words.
I have Junior Captain Ramos.
Junior Captain Ramos. I just call him Ramos, and he's in Ghana, and he loves us. So,
yeah, he's in my group. Hi.
Is he good? Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know him well around here. He's one of the good friends of the podcast, I guess I should say.
I always worry about pronouncing names.
I always just say Ramos because I don't know. So
he doesn't have anything next to his.
Okay, so
I'll just think of. Let me see if he's.
You could do a random message if you want to. You know.
There he is, love from Ghana.
Yeah. Okay, so I have his numbers in a chart, and then I'll let you do your thing first, and then I'll do my thing. Will that work, or what do you want me to do?
You know what? I feel like if you go first, I feel like that'll, get the get the wheels turning.
Yeah, sounds great.
How that works.
Okay, so what I do, if you guys, if any of you haven't been here, I think most of you have been here before, but if not, what I do is I put your numbers in a chart for numerology, and then I look at that chart and I tell you whatever stands out, or whatever your guides are talking about, whatever the numbers are talking about, because the numbers talk, the guides talk. Or whatever really kind of pops at me, that's what I'll talk about. So when I'm looking at your chart, I've looked at your chart many times actually, and I do get different messages all the time, depending on the energy that you're in right now. Right now, your twos are really standing out to me, and they're talking about travel, because they're leading you to travel somewhere, but it's somewhere from your heart. It's something with force behind it from your heart, and it's taking you kind of far. It looks like you're going across an ocean, or across an ocean. And the guides are kind of nodding, saying, yes, you're going on some kind of trip, or some kind of experience, or some kind of vacation. I don't know what it is, but they're talking about you traveling across an ocean. Or why do I keep saying across an ocean? Anyway, that's what I'm seeing. So I hope that helps. And I will stop saying that word. Okay.
Funny. So I was picking up as soon as I saw your name, I was picking up job. So I don't know if you're looking for a new job or what is going on with that. but it feels like there's going to be a shift there for you with a job. Could it be a job where he's traveling?
Yeah, could be. Yeah,
Yeah, because I see movement also.
yeah, yeah.
So, and it feels like, and my phone lit up too when I was thinking that. Just a little confirmation from spirit.
Yeah.
But it feels like it's a good thing for you. It's going to be an interesting learning experience. But yeah, it feels good.
Yeah. I wonder if like the like the travel has something to do with his family too, because like for some reason your family's really standing out to me as well in your chart. It's going, everything I do is for my family, and it's almost like you're taking this trip for them, or you're doing this job for them. Maybe you're being called somewhere, because it's like going to help your family somehow. I don't know. That's what I feel. So anyway, I like this. I like this combination, like having like a message like yours and a message like mine. I love that. It's awesome. Okay, so who would you like to pick next?
All right, guys, I was not on it here.
Bye, Deirdre. I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. I'm so bad at that. Hi, Anya. I did name one of my plants Anya because I love it. I love that name.
I do too. I went to school with an Anya.
I think that name is so cool, right?
Yeah. How about Shelly Branch?
Okay.
11/5/74.
Okay.
I think she possibly wanted to hear from her doggy, Lou.
Okay.
Welcome, Junior. I'm gonna write her name down.
Okay. So, Alyssa, you call me, yet you know that I'm online. My daughter. She's like here in the comments, but she also called me. I'm like, dude, you know I'm online. You're here. So why are you calling me?
That's so funny.
Anyway. And hi, Jason. He's in Massachusetts right now getting ready for a show. Okay. So, Shelly, do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
I got Lou in my ear.
Okay. So do you want me to be quiet for that for a little bit?
No, you can go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So Shelly, what is standing out to me in your chart is actually also about travel. For some reason, there's like something in your chart where travel is up in the air pending. Like it looks like some kind of trip is coming or is not lingering. It's like it's pending. I don't know how else to say it. It's like hanging in the air, and it's going like either you're trying to make a decision about it, or you're not sure you want to do it, or something like that, or maybe you don't know if you have the money or the time or something like that. But there is some kind of trip. And let me just ask, like, so yeah, and they're like, just it's all up to you. Like it's okay if you go, it's okay if you don't go, it's not a big deal. But you'll have a lot of fun if you do go. Like that's kind of what the guides are saying. But it's also about travel, so travel is calling to you as well. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so go ahead, Kim.
Okay. So Shelly, Lou says he wants to know why you haven't gotten another buddy. And he says, "What are you waiting for?" And he's giving you thumbs up and he's winking at me.
Aw, that's cool. So
I
so
don't
they
know.
don't get upset when we get new animals. They're happy that we're happy. Is that what it is? Yeah.
And you know, sometimes they participate in the next animal coming
Yeah.
in. They will work beside them,
Yeah.
maybe in the beginning. Animals can energetically jump in
Hmm.
to other animals to show them that they're there, like,
Oh
hi.
my goodness. I saw the coolest story about it. Might have been in your group. I don't even know, but I shared it wherever I found it. It was some girl that her dog came back as a horse, I think it was. Oh my goodness, it was such a pretty story and it was so cool. I did not know that that was a thing, but I'm not surprised that that's a thing. My cat that I have now reminds me of my old cat, but like with less issues. Like my old cat was very neurotic, and this one has a little bit of that, but like he feels like him somehow. Like I don't know if like he's somehow energetically related to him, but he feels like him a little bit. And I didn't get any new cats or any new animals at all when we had two cats for like 15 years that passed away the same time, like the same year anyway. And I didn't get any new animals because I was like, well, I don't want to replace them, like I love them and I don't want them to ever think I didn't love them. So it took me a long, long time, but then I finally did it. And now this one cat reminds me of him. So it's just crazy. So anyway, it's really cool.
They don't want us to feel bad, you
Yeah.
know, and it's like, but you know, being us humans, it's like, oh my gosh, they're gonna think we didn't love them. And
Yes, that's what I always worry about. I don't want them to think that.
yeah, and it's not the case at all, you know. Like, I don't know, Shelly, if you have been hesitant to get another dog because of feeling bad or because you loved him so much or whatever, but he's absolutely giving you the, like, yeah, do it.
Nice. Well, then it's time, Shelly. You've got to do it now.
I mean, you know, Ginger's been gone, what, 9 years now? I still get, you know, choked up because we
Hmm.
miss her, because they're each their own little person. And it's like, oh, we miss that.
I
You know,
know. Yeah.
like she used to do this cute little thing she taught herself where she would sit pretty and she'd go up like this.
Aw.
And then, you know, would get a paw like this. And I was like, my husband's like, did you teach her that? And I'm like, no.
That's
I
cool.
mean, I know lots of dogs do that, but we did not teach her that. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, so.
You So I had a weird thing happen a few months ago where I woke up in the morning and I always say hi to all my animals. Like as I walk through the house, I say, hi, baby, hi, and whatever. I do that constantly. And I walked into my bathroom and I was half asleep. Okay. And my cat Merlin came up to me and he like rubbed against my leg and I went, hi, Spooks. I have not seen Spooks since I was 16 or maybe 17. I have not thought about that cat. He looks a little bit like him because they're both black, but I have not thought about that cat. And I literally woke up and I went, oh my goodness. Like it would have been normal if I called him one of my old cats from a few years ago. But this was like my kid cat, my teenage cat. And I was like, was I just with Spooks? Like, did I just like come out of a dream state that I was hanging out with him or something? I don't know. But yeah, that was crazy. So anyway, sorry, I get off track. But
It's okay. It happens when we
yeah,
start talking about all this
me and
animal
you,
stuff.
me and you are both good at that, so we're a little bit of a dangerous combination.
You're really back.
Yes. Okay, so who do you have next?
Oh, sorry. I can't. How about, oh, okay. Deidre Baker, 11/17/67.
Oh, she actually left. So I will message her and tell her what we end up doing. Like I'll tell her what time it is on here. So
Okay. Okay.
so I'm just gonna write the time next to her name. Okay. So whomever comes through, I like that. So she's 11/17/67, right?
Yes, yes.
I just did her numbers like 2 hours ago. It's funny. I
Oh,
wonder if something new will come through. That's funny.
yeah, maybe there was an extra message or something that was
Yeah.
meant.
Well, she got really strong messages earlier, so maybe the guides aren't done.
We'll give her a whole bunch now and then the shebang at next.
Yeah, yeah. That's
How about Lisa Rose 4/19/82?
okay. We can still do Deidre. We'll do her first still, but I'll tell her about it, so she knows to come back and look at it.
Sometimes I feel like when I'm doing readings, there's like a theme.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Yeah.
like a lot of them are like jobs, or a lot of them are like, like they.
That's what I have every week. It's like you can see the patterns. It's always a pattern. And I have decided that that is the guides trying to give a message to the collective, maybe, because it seems like until I finally address whatever it is they're jumping up and down about that I can't decipher all the way, until I do that, they won't stop. It'll just be one after another after another. And sometimes it'll be a pattern that I won't talk about publicly, and I'll just keep going, I'm not looking at that. I'm not looking at that, And then they go, no, you better look at that. And then finally I'll say, fine. Like we've done 4 in a row. Like I have to talk about this. And then I talk about it. And then the next one's totally different. I'm like, all right, fine. You guys just wanted to say that. We got it out. Cool. So
Makes so much sense.
yeah. Yeah. So what pattern are you seeing tonight?
For Lisa Rose job also.
Okay, good.
But also fun and adventure. So
Nice.
I feel like kind of feeling like need to do some balancing.
Yeah.
That little out of balance, like a little more fun, a less seriousness.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and the chart is saying that as well. Like the chart has the Wanderlust Explorer, and it has like the adventure all over it and kind of like spontaneity going on. So, I mean, I'm seeing a big travel theme tonight. So, like, that's what I'm seeing. So.
Okay. But I'm feeling a little bit anxiety too. So
Okay.
I'm not sure if that's just nervousness because sometimes, like finding a new job or getting a new job can be so grueling.
Change is hard. Yeah.
But I feel like you're so supported by, like, I feel like you have a huge team around you, and that you're so supported by the universe and my phone just lit up. Thank you. And I feel like if you are looking for a new job or you're going to get a new job, that you have a choice. So interview them as much as they're interviewing you, like be the boss.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it could be like that fear of change, but Lisa says a lot of changes are coming up. And Lisa's one of my students, and I personally know she is looking at a lot of change right now.
Oh, okay.
That does make sense. Yeah. The numbers she put in are not her numbers, but in this chart, there's also a lot of anxiety. So that may be where you're feeling it, because this person has 2 different forms of anxiety, so there's only 2 kinds and they have both, so you might be feeling that, but then you also may be feeling that around like her hesitation around change. because she really wants change, but she doesn't know what that's going to look like. And, maybe it's that. So, yeah, I could definitely, I mean, just because I know Lisa, I could definitely see that. So,
Can I offer a suggestion to that? And that's just
sure.
kind of like one of the things is, when we're making changes in our lives, a lot of times all we need to do is just surrender to it and not have any expectations,
Yeah.
because the expectations could be completely different than what we think they should be. And usually because a lot of times I'm just like, fine, I surrender. And then it's like, holy cow, like this big, huge thing just came in, not even what I was expecting.
Well, yeah. And I feel like when I think about Lisa, when I think about you, I think about you holding your breath and not letting the breath out, because it feels like you're scared to let the breath out, So that's very along the lines of what you're saying. Yeah. So there are your brother's numbers, and he just contacted me this week after not speaking to me for like 2 years. I would kind of like to talk to you more privately about his numbers, Lisa. So like if you're going to be on the Q&A tomorrow, I could talk to you more semi-privately at least about them, because there are some things going on in his numbers that I probably wouldn't talk about publicly so much. But we could totally do that if you're going to be on the Q&A. So anyway, let's do Deidre's numbers, and I will write down what time it is. Let's see. So 6:56. Yeah.
Is it Deidre Baker? Is that who? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. And what did she say? I forget.
Whomever comes through.
She was open to anything. Okay. So I'm just going to like look at her numbers because I just did them, but writing them out again, I might have a little bit of a different thing.
I've got some stuff.
Good. Yeah. You go first then.
I'm getting for her like more self-care, more self-love. Like she gives to everybody but herself. Like she's almost like this, like, no, don't give me anything. I don't deserve it. And no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
It's like, again, it's that being off balance. And I also feel like she's holding her breath.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a lot going on in her world too. Like I see her going like here and here and here and here. Maybe that's her thinking like she has all this stuff that she wants to do when actually she should just be turning around and going and focusing on herself.
Yeah. Yeah.
To bring her back into alignment with, so that she can start focusing.
Yeah. And that's really very similar to the messages we talked about a few hours ago. So today's the first day I met her. Okay. Her entire chart, I couldn't talk about. Like every time I tried to talk about anything, the guides are like, no, we need to talk about this. And I was like, but I don't go there right away. Like there's certain things I don't do right when I meet someone, So like you don't want to tell them the harder stuff right away. You want to tell them some good stuff first, And every time I tried to go to the good stuff, they're like, no, we need to talk to her. And so it's very in alignment with what you're saying. I got a lot of like creative stuff, and they're like, we want you to be creative again. We want you to go into nature. We want you to stop stopping yourself from enjoyment. Like I kept seeing joy, and I kept seeing like, stop stopping yourself from joy, stop doubting yourself, and all those things. So yeah, and that's all I'm seeing still. When I look at this, it's actually like one of her numbers has even moved from just a couple hours ago, where it more got in position for like the change that she's looking at right now, like to get back into her stuff, So Yeah. So Deirdre, if you hear us on the replay, just know that like you're getting the same messages. So your guides are really trying to really get you to hear this. So please hear it. So,
But when you were saying about you don't want to do the hard stuff first,
yeah.
I heard this. She can handle it.
Yeah. You don't know if people can though, like when you just meet them,
Yeah.
you're like, I don't know if this person's gonna fall apart or not, you know.
No,
So you're like,
I
I want to build them up a little before I tell them something hard.
I know. I always sometimes if there's something really hard, I'll say, please don't shoot the messenger.
Yes,
But
yes, I know.
but here it comes. Oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
usually,
It's funny because I don't think the guides usually let things come through that aren't the right things. So it's kind of like it's the whole blind trust. I just have trouble with trust. So, but yeah, I'm working on it.
that could be one of the things with is it Oliver?
Yeah, Oliver. Yeah,
That could be
my
one
dog.
of the things that he's mirroring to you is the
Oh,
trust.
tell me why. Why do you think that?
Well, because, okay, so if we have trust issues
Yeah,
that we haven't dealt with,
I have severe trust issues, like bad.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know for sure
Mhm.
until I
Yeah,
talk to him,
of course.
but that could be one of the things, and it gets more and more intense because he's probably trying to tell you, "Hey, look, you're doing this work, you have to trust.
Yeah.
Like you have to trust what spirit's giving you."
Yeah.
Because a lot of our work is blind.
Yeah. Well, so my daughter, which she's on here, she does automatic writing since her dad died. She does a lot of automatic writing with him, and it's incredible, because you can see the shift when you read it. You can see where he takes over and starts talking, and it's not her anymore, and it's really cool. But she does it all the time. And just a few weeks ago, she was automatic writing with one of my spirit guides, which I didn't even know that was a thing. And he told her that he was one of my spirit guides. And she said, well, why are you talking to me and not my mom? And he said, well, I mean, you're asking questions and she won't listen. So, and so it was awesome because she told me his name, which I never know my spirit guides' names. And so the other night I was laying in bed and falling asleep and I just went, hey, are you there? And I felt, yes, I'm here. And then I said, what color are you? And when I said that, I wanted to see blue. I don't know why. I just wanted to see blue, but it was yellow. And I said, oh, you're yellow. And I said, geez, I thought you were going to be blue. He's like, nope. you know and then I asked him a bunch of questions. I said, what are you here to help me with? And he just, one question after another, just totally talked to me. And I went, wow, that was so easy. So I did it again last night and it was the same way. And I was just like, wow, that's so easy. Why don't I do that more often? Like that way. Because it seems
Yes.
like they just get me in the middle of everything. I always tell everyone, when I'm getting ready, that's when I get most of my messages for whoever I'm going to meet with that day. Because as I'm doing my hair and makeup, they're just talking to me the whole time. And they just get me. So,
Oh,
oh,
we
uh,
lost you.
yeah, that's not good. Well, hey, now we're reversed.
That's,
Oh,
that's
I don't
when
even
you
know.
were talking about him, I was seeing blue.
Were you seeing
I
blue?
saw I
Because
saw
I
blue.
wanted to see blue and he showed me yellow. Why? What is that?
I don't know. I saw blue, so but
Yeah.
I could have been like
No,
seeing.
it could have been like that was a message, like that was the way he wanted to show me the message or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, so oh, now it's back. Okay.
He's messing with us.
Yeah, he's messing. So his name is Gavith, which I never heard that name before, but it sounds familiar to me now. So, you know. Anyway, okay, so let's do one more person.
Guys hear grunting. It's my bulldog behind me.
Well, if you hear knocking over here, it's Oliver with his allergies. It sounds like someone's knocking on the door, but it's like he's like hitting the floor.
I don't know who I. How about Patrick James?
Okay.
81081.
Okay.
And hi, Patrick.
Hi, Patrick. Well, these are some strong numbers.
Huh? Bodie, don't interrupt. Okay. Sophia. Okay. Message me.
What?
I don't know if you can you hear him?
Who? No.
Okay, good.
Oh,
He's
you're
getting louder and louder.
Who? I don't hear anybody.
Like, I want to talk.
Oh. Okay, so do you want me to go first or do you want to go first?
Why don't you go first?
Okay, so this chart is talking all about so first of all, you're the conqueror of the dragon. You are someone who is working with dragons. When I say the conqueror of the dragon, it does not mean that you conquer dragons. It means that you actually work with dragons. You are someone that is here to stomp out the dark forces. You're a protector of the world, basically. You're somebody who will not tolerate injustice and will stand up for the weak, you know. So that is kind of like who you are and what you came here to do. You are a fighter. I'm seeing a lot of personal battle. Like I'm seeing a lot of like my own struggles. Like I'm seeing like I'm really, really struggling. I don't know if it's current or if it's wavy because it feels like it comes and goes actually. But I want to tell you that you, because you are the conqueror of the dragon, you are a force yourself. You walk with dragons. So you're somebody who wins, you know, like you are what I call the unconquerable actually, which is funny because you're both the unconquerable and the conqueror, you know. And I just want to tell you that, like, you know, you've got a big heart and you've got a very strong nature, like pull to nature. Nature is going to be what pulls you out of your darkness, like out of your dark times and out of the struggle. Like you definitely have this like personal struggle that's going on that it feels like there's fear around. And I just want to tell you that that all changes and becomes your past if it hasn't already. Like it's kind of like either you're on the edge of that or you're in the, you actually feel like you're in the remnants of that, if that makes sense. Like almost like it already is your past, but there's fear lingering from it, that it could show its head again or something like that. But what I want to tell you is that you are the winner of this battle. Like you do win, and I want you to be strong in that because you are somebody who absolutely has all that you need because you are amazing and you're here to do bigger things. And you know nothing's going to actually pull you out, you know, unless you let it. So go into nature and find your balance and let nature prove to you who you really are, because that's what your guides are talking about. So hopefully that makes sense and helps. Okay, so
Okay, so first of all, Sophia says I am okay. I and then she's talking about you having more fun, less seriousness.
Mm.
And then here's the one where I'm going to say, don't shoot the messenger. She's talking about a diet, a change in your diet. And I was like, you or him? And she said, you. Um, so I don't know what that, I don't know if that means anything to you. But it feels like whatever. I don't know if you're getting like headaches, salt. I don't know. Like it feels like something with hydration, which, yeah. And then I'm also like, she's also kind of referring to you as the king.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I kept hearing king, 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 and I'm like, who's the king? And she's like, he's the king.
Nice.
So
That's cool.
yeah, she's and she loves you so much.
Aww.
Like I'm showing her like, or she's showing me like hugging him and squeezing him. Like it's almost like she has a crush on you.
Aww. That's really sweet.
Yeah.
Aww.
So
Nice.
yeah.
Oh, he says he's been wanting to change her diet and his as well. So that's good. That's good.
Are you so I think you emailed me, Patrick.
Mm.
So but yeah.
Nice. Nice.
I just want to see if it's the same. She never wants to cuddle.
Mm.
Really? Interesting. Oh, she's a ragdoll.
Oh, I love rag dolls.
I just posted a picture of my ragdoll I had.
Oh.
Oh, I love ragdolls. 21.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yes, okay. It was you. Okay.
Okay.
We can chat more about that.
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, well, I loved this. This is like my new favorite thing. I really like I like combining like the energies, and like you get a message and I get a message and we kind of extend each other's messages. I really like that. That is a really cool dynamic. Kim, thank you so much. This was so great. So
It's nice to chat with everyone.
yes.
Thank you for being
All right.
here.
All right. See you all later. Bye.